If you watch the trailer, you probably know what you are getting into. Netflix gives us another superhero movie, but with a comedy twist, Thunder Force. It was directed by Ben Falcone. And I won't lie, I'm not the biggest fan of his style. Of course, what is funny and what is not is subjective. I chuckled a few times, but there were a lot of awkward jokes. It's just supposed to be funny because they were awkwardly long. And that wasn't funny to me. We already have so many superhero movies that I thought it would be a full-on parody. Well, some scenes are crazy, so they may be supposed to be a parody. But not always ridiculous things are funny just because they are ridiculous. Well, one character is hilarious and ridiculous, but that is due to the actor, not the script. So no, it's not a parody, and the story felt very dated and devoid of any inspiration whatsoever. It's just standard stuff with extra jokes, and it doesn't make much sense most of the time. For example, our heroines know that the bad guy is bad. He doesn't hide it in any way, but they still didn't say anything to anyone. Why? Luckily, to distract us from the dull story, many tropes have been taken from other superhero movies. So there are a lot of action scenes and a lot of lasers. Special effects look alright, sometimes good and sometimes bad. But what surprised me was the fights. As for this type of movie, they looked very good. Some of the stunts seemed to have been done by actors, and that's always a great thing. But acting was all over the place, from calm to over the top. It looked like each actor had acted in a different movie. And there is only one character that was really good. The rest are just meh. So I have no idea what they were headed for. Was the story about friendship, being brave, or maybe taking responsibility for your actions? I have no idea. Honestly, Falcone just seemed to want to make his own superhero movie with his wife. So the best thing I can say about this movie is that it's watchable. I smiled a few times and the bad jokes just came and went. Some acting was okay, others are bad. And even though this movie is a little longer than 1.5 hours, it can drag a bit. So there are many better things to watch. But this one is not a total disaster, and you can play it in the background, just to play something. But now let's talk more about the plot. In March of 1983, a massive pulse of interstellar cosmic rays struck the Earth and its population, giving people superpowers. Unfortunately, only sociopaths got those superpowers. Our two main characters live in this world, Lydia Berman and Emily Stanton, played by Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer. Lydia is brave and quick to act. McCarthy is acting similar to her other movies. She's clumsy and all over the place. She had the most screen time and was fun to watch, but nothing special. Emily is a smart one who overworks herself, and Spencer seems to be in a completely different movie from McCarthy. Her acting was fine, but too dull for a movie of this type. The film begins with the backstories of both of them, how they meet and become best friends, and finally how they grow apart. And that's really all the character development we've been given. Well, Emily's parents were killed by some bad guy, I think, because all we saw was a green smoke. And now Emily is determined to create a formula that will give the good guys superpowers. So the beginning wasn't very innovative, but it was still fun to watch. Then we skip a few years and now we see an adult Lydia. She wants to meet her old friend Emily, so she decided to visit her in her lab. They meet, some beer spilled, and in an inconvenient twist, Lydia is injected with superpower serum. Now she is slowly starting to get stronger. Emily starts her treatment and gains the ability to become invisible. They team up and became the Thunder Force, the first superhumans to fight supervillains. And that's it! It's a full movie. The rest of the movie is easy to guess. The main bad guy is King.
It's the King! It's the King!
Alright, the King. Played by Bobby Cannavale. He's standard and as over the top as he can. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. There is a joke about the faceless people working for him, and that he didn't distinguish between them and killed them without thinking, and it was pretty funny to me. But the funniest thing he did was a joke in the background. He took coffee from one butler, drank it and passed it to the another butler. It was so unexpected, so it made me laugh. There are many supporting characters, like Laser that, well, shoot lasers. She likes killing people and shooting lasers. She's played by Pom Clementif, and I could barely watch her. Her performance was so bad, just plain boring and bland. But there's also the Crab, portrayed by Jason Bateman. His story and dialogue are crazy, but Bateman makes it work. This guy is amazing. He was the best part of the whole movie. He is charismatic and his scenes are amazing. His scene with McCarthy in the restaurant on paper doesn't work. It was just too crazy. But they both somehow made it work. And even his silly joke about weird walking was fun. Really good job. There is also Emily's daughter, played by Tyler Mosby, and she is the most down-to-earth, the most normal. She was fine. And at the end, she had a forced plot twist. It was weird to me. And it is worth mentioning about Grandma, played by Marcella Lowry. She only has 3 scenes in total, but she was good at them, and she was quite funny. So they are good actors, and most of them have done a good job. But the script is just weak. There are some absurd scenes, like the first Thunder Force mission. They plan to stop the thieves from robbing the liquor store. So they go to the garage, get into the car, drive, and sing a song. Get out of the car, and those guys are still robbing the store. It had to be the slowest robbery in the world. And one of them is the Crab, so I thought he was just a low-level criminal. But no, he works for the main bad guy. Why is he robbing the liquor store? Doesn't he have something better to do? But the fight itself was pretty good. Lydia kicks some serious ass. And what is Emily doing with her superpower? She's using a stun gun. Seriously, it's her superhero weapon, the teaser. So this is as a bland movie as it gets. It's not a disaster, but it's not good either. I don't recommend this movie, but if you like McCarthy and her previous films, you might like this one too. But now let's talk about the score. For visuals, I'm giving 6. Nothing special, but I was surprised by some good fights. For the story, I'm giving 4. Very boring and flat. For acting, I'm giving 5. It wasn't consistent and they didn't fit each other. For the Crab, I'm giving 8. I have no idea how Bateman made this character work, but he did. So overall I'm giving don't watch it unless you are a huge fan of McCarthy or Bateman. Out of 10. Let me know what is your favorite movie with McCarthy or Bateman. And as always, if you like this video, leave a like. And for more videos like this one, click this button. See you!